Hi folks, Sophie Colgan coming to you from New York. Thank you for having me. I'm going to talk very briefly about the Meitheal, which was a community-based mission launched in mid-March when the COVID pandemic really hit New York hard. We realised very quickly that frontline staff were not being protected. They didn't have enough PPE, and so we sought out to try to remedy that, and we reached out to the Irish American community and asked for their help. So the Meitheal is an Irish term for neighbours helping neighbours, and through our networks here in New York, through social media, through print media, online media, we spread the word, and during the height of the pandemic we managed to get over 100,000 items of personal protective equipment to frontline staff. We raised over $50,000 for direct assistance to those staff and direct support, and we also brought together the community through different professionals and creative artists to have an online concert for the Meitheal and to really raise funds and raise spirits. And we are really proud of the Irish American community for the work that they did. I would like to thank Martine and Conla and Ray and all the staff at the Irish Echo for organising this campfire and asking us to describe really how grassroots efforts and strong networking can make strides for the greater good. In the words of the late John Lewis, nothing can stop the power of a committed and determined people to make a difference in our society. Stay well and stay safe. Thanks.
After history in Maine already replete with poverty, negative stereotypes, and an undying devotion to Catholicism evidenced by the steady collection of funds, Portland's Irish immigrant community would at last have a church. On June 13, 1828, on a Friday morning, the foundation stone of what would become St. Dominic's Church was laid on State Street, thanks in no small part to John Fox Esquire, who sold the land on State Street to the Catholics when other Protestants refused to. On August 11, 1833, the church was dedicated. By 1846, the congregation had swelled to over 1,000. The number of communicants of the church continued to rise as Irish immigrants escaping famine, disease, and oppression found their way to Portland, Maine, and the solace of St. Dominic's Parish. St. Dominic's survived and continued to grow. It survived the 1850s, when most of Maine was engulfed in anti-Catholic and anti-Irish sentiment. In 1859, the interior was altered and the roof strengthened, the aisles and sanctuary were enlarged, and the church was rededicated on August the 7th. St. Dominic's forged on. The Civil War came, as did the Great Fire of 1866 on July 4th. Although St. Dominic's was little affected, the parish and its mostly Catholic population suffered greatly, as so many homes and small businesses were engulfed by the fire. By the time St. Dominic's closed its doors, it had been a crucial community space for Portland, particularly to the Irish and Catholic of the West End neighborhood. As with any parish church of the 19th and 20th centuries, St. Dominic's hosted every aspect of its parishioners' lives. The closing of the church was announced in 1997, and the Friends of St. Dominic's was formed to try to save their beloved church. The last Mass was said in the lower church on September 29th, 1997. St. Dominic's was deconsecrated, but saved. The Friends of St. Dominic's joined forces with the Irish American Club and formed the Maine Irish Heritage Centre and began the work of preserving, restoring, and re-energizing this beautiful architectural space for the 21st century in 2003. Like the Irish descendants, like Irish culture, St. Dominic's endures. It stands now ready to serve a new century in a more transformative, open way, while retaining its role as community center and hub for all things Irish in Maine.